Okay. Okay, so we're going to challenge this Asian cow. So let's just try to challenge this Asian cow. So still let's check what others are using. Maybe we need to check this boss. So okay, here. So they are using Burn, they are using Juggler, they are using Rennie, Bazo, Automotor, and Varna. And then this guy is using Burn, Juggler, Rennie, Bazo, this Automotor, and Varna. My friend doesn't have Rennie ready, so we can't use Rennie. So if we don't use Rennie, we can use Lana instead. So still Juggler, Burn, Rennie, Lana, Bazo, and Varna. This is probably um, not okay for me. Okay, so top 3 players all use Rennie. Looks like Rennie is very needed if you really want higher score. But we can't do that, so okay, so this guy also use Yulia. Um, I'm debating if I should use Yulia or Outmoner. Yeah, maybe Yulia will be good. Yeah, I think my Yulia, like my friend's Yulia, is better than Outmoner, so we will probably go for this team. Rini is probably going to be better, but we don't have Rini, so we're just going to gear up those characters. Yulia here, okay, yeah, it's close to 6-star now, so we don't really need this Rin here, right? We can use any other higher intelligence gear, maybe this one. Okay, let's just use this one. Then the other gears looks fun. Proof we will use this Zealot. see. Yeah, let me just check the Zealot's level. Yeah, it's full level. And yeah, let's just level some secondary enchant. No, secondary training. Yeah, we have plenty of materials here. Okay. And then for some reason it looks like we need we need to debuff this boss. This boss is all about debuff. So we need to maintain a number of debuffs to make sure he's not getting crazy. So we need to have 4 or more debuff for him every turn. So Burn is really needed, and he can provide debuff with this Lava Titan. And yeah, there is no faction buff needed. Probably use that skill. Sword Dance looks not. Oh, actually, Sword Dance may be useful. Yeah, basically we want to apply debuffs. So Varna is needed. Varna can use. I'm not sure which one is better for Varna. Maybe just stick with Bat. And then we can use this wind pressure to apply debuff. There is 50 chance to apply one debuff. So going to use that. And then we will also use actually this Rini looks not terrible. But maybe this time we don't use her. So Treasurer is needed and we need this troop. The reason for this troop is that it can apply debuff. Yeah. So we don't need to carry faction buff. Probably just actually I don't know what scale to carry for Treasurer. Maybe this scale is needed. Maybe this scale. Actually, let me check. Let me check with my friend what scale to bring with Juggler. I don't really know how to select scales for him. Yulia cannot actually apply debuffs, so I'm not sure if she's super good here. Oh, actually, we do have debuffs, but this is a pretty long cooldown. Yeah, probably not going to use Yulia. This Rini's health point looks a little bit low. So the other characters we are going to use are Lana. And then we are also going to use Basil. There is no faction buff needed. We can carry a black hole. Then we can carry an earthquake. So it looks like indeed we need this scale to apply this debuff for the boss. And then this scale is needed because it converts Juggler defense to attack, which is very useful. I'm not sure if we should use this one though, because I don't think Juggler will have enough damage anyway. If we can apply, actually, if we can apply this debuff to the enemy, that can be helpful. Yeah. Decrease 15% of defense looks decent. Then yeah, really can provide immune to health effect. So if the boss is eating the wolf, he will heal up. Then this one can reduce the heal. So Rennie should be a decent selection here. But actually, let me just check how good is my friend's Rennie, because I really need to know if this Rennie is useful or not. Let me just check is her bound. She is like 5 stars, so the star level is not that terrible. There is like one less star she cannot apply. Yeah. Oh, it's only 4 star, but that's fine, doesn't matter that much. Okay, so the heartbound is actually pretty good. And then the gears, she got the magic gear, which I think is okay. Yeah, let's just try it with Rennie. And then we're going to use this skill just to apply debuff, because this applied 2 debuffs. Because this one applied 2 debuff, and then this is needed, and then the other skill we can just use that. Okay. So I think I'm going to do some secondary enchantment for her for real quick. Oh, actually she had some. So this is the intelligence. Well, she got decent enchantment, I'd say. Oh, there's no intelligence here. Maybe we can improve this a little bit. 7, 8, 11. Okay, so that's 3 more. And then these ones, if we can get this any better, 7 now. Okay, so this is 1 more. Yep, so that's all we have. Let's see if this Rennie can work. If it doesn't work, then we will change. So let's start. So Lana here again, Born, Basil, and then Rennie and Varna. And then the last one is Juggler. So Juggler still use this 3 skill with that troop. And then Varna probably go top. And then Lana here. Probably use a black hole with this single target skill. And then Boron use these 3 skills. Okay, let's see how it goes. Yeah, I have no idea how this battle works actually. But let's see how this goes. So that's the first turn. So if I can activate that, then I get 2 extra mobility and then increase AoE damage by like 1200%, which is pretty high. And then this boss get immune to fixed damage, yeah, and immune to stun, and immune to mobility change. Okay, so the first skill is going to be dealing 22 AoE damage and then apply 1 debuff to random, yeah, to 3 random characters. Yeah, and if they have like more than 4 debuffs, it will trigger something that I don't really understand. It didn't explain. Yeah, they have added some music from Langrisser 4, especially after the second update. Even there are some like world map music. They include some from Langrisser 4. Yep. Yeah, but I have no idea what to do actually. I have no idea what to do in the first turn. All I know is that I need to apply debuffs, but I have no idea what to do here. Maybe we can spam this AoE skill. Okay, so we just activate that. No, I mean, I don't know. Actually, I have no idea how this works. So let's just try. So it looks like we dealt some damage. And then, so he already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 debuff, so I think we're good now. So I'm just going to do normal attack here. Okay. So let me think. I don't think I need that buff right now, or maybe I should. So I just maybe I should have used that buff at this beginning. Oh, this looks like it can also remove debuffs from me. Okay. Oh, that looks some sexy damage here. It looks like I cannot trigger it again. So it is trying to do some AoE damage on me, which is fine. And then I don't know who got the debuff though. Basil got this debuff. This is the debuff Basil gets. Yep. So let's see this turn what we can get for this debuff. What is that? Okay. Maybe I should have used maybe I should have used Judger's, you know, this heal skill here, because it looks like I have no method to heal my Judger. Yeah, I think I bring wrong skill. This should be a heal skill. So we get this buff to increase AoE damage. Oh, it is gone now. So it only works for like 2 turns or so. Wow, that is a pretty decent damage from wind pressure. That looks a very strong AoE damage. I think my Runing's health point is very low. That's okay. That's not so terrible. So let's use C. Oh, actually I cannot trigger the buff when it was not on. So that's a mistake, because I want to trigger that buff to get this to get the health recovered. Hi Axin, how's going? How's everything going? It's actually my evening time, actually night time. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to do this word boss here. So it looks like you have to attack like maybe 2 times before this is triggered. It's not activated. So let's attack with burn. Then okay, so after 2 attacks, this one is triggered, and then we can trigger that. This is why Varna is like needed, because then your characters heal to 4 kills point to like physically 4 kills points, and then you can deal tons of AoE damage. And then maybe, and then let's use Basil to do another AoE. And then let's use Lana to do AoE. Oh, it looks like only the characters that actually take the buff can have this effect. So next turn we can just kill this boss. So two of the mob is summoned. Wow. Okay. It's not very hitting. They are not very hitting hard. So looks not a super big challenge. We just need to kill them. Maybe I'd say let's first try with wind pressure. Okay. So the boss is stunned, so let's see if we can kill them together. So this is basically the turn to try to get more damage. So this is increased physical attack damage. So if we trigger that, we don't have AoE in this turn. We do have one physical attack. I really need to kill this turn. Maybe not. So this is physical, and then this is increasing fixed damage. This is increasing AoE. This is increasing physical. This is increasing magical. So maybe we can let Born sit here, and then we can deal more magic damage here. And then we can deal more magic damage with Rennie as well. And then Judger can just use guard. Because without buff, it looks like we're probably not going to have enough damage. Okay, here is the second round. Here is the second phase. So in this phase, is there any difference? So still it's like 3 AoE. It's like AoE debuff, and then 0.4 AoE damage, and then summon to Wolf. So this one, it looks like the phase 1 and phase 2 are kind of similar. There is basically no damage, no difference here. So Varna is going to trigger that later. So let's start with Jador's debuff. And then let's start with Lana's single target skill. And then let's use Rennie to attack. Sporon can use AoE. Basil can, maybe Basil should save AoE here, because his AoE has pretty high cooldown. Hey? Why we cannot trigger this buff? Maybe it's because Boron is here? Oh yeah, that's because Boron was here. Okay. So now we can trigger this AoE. Wow. And when we trigger that, it summons to Wolf. That's kind of weird. I don't know this is going to happen. So that kind of sucks. We still have pretty decent damage though. Let's buff Rooney, and then hopefully Rooney can finish that. I still don't know how this buff works. Because I just triggered that AoE buff, but maybe she needs to stay there. Maybe she needs to stay there. Maybe she needs to stay there to get the buff, or I don't know actually. Let's just use puzzle. Or maybe only the characters who stay there can get the buff. Kind of weird. Wow, that is pretty high damage. Okay. So let's still start with Juggler. And then let's do a single target skill from Basil. None of this buff can be triggered. I think Lana is going to die if she attacks. Yeah, let's see. Yep. So Lana cannot just apply like that. Why can't I trigger this buff? Well, I don't understand. So this is in this stage. Well, kind of sucks. We'll summon 2 dragons. I mean 2 wolves. So Dreadlord can heal up. Wow. That damage is pretty high. Well, we can still not trigger this buff. Oh, this one will get the wolf involved. Okay. Well. It looks like in second phase, you only have 1 chance to trigger that. To trigger those buffs. Yeah, they are hitting very hard, and I cannot trigger this buff. I don't know why I can't trigger that buff. Well, if I can't trigger that buff, I think I'm killed this turn. It's kind of weird. So my Warner cannot attack that turn. So let's just stay here. So what should I do here? Still can't trigger that. So maybe we can only trigger that when he has enough debuff. Okay, oh yeah, this phase needs 6 debuffs to trigger it. So this is why we can't trigger it. Because it needs 6 debuff. So it is already killed, but we still can't trigger that enough debuff. That kind of sucks. Okay, so here this buff is triggered. So the second phase you actually need 6 debuff to trigger the this kind of buff. Okay. I don't have any other choice. So I have to summon these 2 wolves. So phase 3 should be... So there is actually a difference between phase 1 and phase 2. It's because phase 2 you have to trigger basically 6 debuffs to get this kind of buff. Phase 1 you only need 4 debuffs, so that's the difference. So first debuff, and then second debuff, and then third debuff from wind pressure. So phase 3 is still 4 debuffs. Phase 3 should be exactly the same with phase 1. Just the boss is having more attack. Yeah. So let's use Rainy to attack. So this should give us enough. Yeah. This should give us enough debuff to trigger. Okay, yeah, let's do this at the same time. You will carry me, right? I'm just going to auto. Please invite me. So Lana is going to black hole here. And then so here let's do 4 downs here. Maybe actually not. Let's just kill this wolf. Okay, so we're still good here. This is going to be the second turn. So okay. Yeah, maybe that's the internet connection problem. Cause I'm running like both the English version and the Chinese version at the same time. Yeah, so this turn they are going to hit us a 0.4 AoE damage, so that's going to be a little challenging. We still need 4 debuffs here, so let's attack with Jugular first. And then this turn Varna can come and take the buff. Right? Yeah, the buff is triggered, so Varna can just come. So this is why Varna is like really needed in this boss. Because Varna is the one who can actually take advantage of the buff and then can heal your allies and can deal decent damage. So let's just stay here. Yeah, it looks like you kind of want to save your skills just because, you know, sometimes yeah, probably the AoE, because this is kind of the only buff that is actually useful. The other buffs is not actually that useful. Like if you stay here, then you don't have move again. You kind of need to waste a turn. So it's just like Varna take this AoE buff and then Varna just use AoE right away. So this is basically the best buff to take and for Varna. So this buff is for like fixed damage, which only burn has. This buff is for magic damage. This buff is for physical damage. So let's use Rini to attack here. Still do some decent damage here. So yeah, I think maybe we can get A here. Needs to see if Rini can survive longer. Okay, so Rini can still survive this turn. So this is the phase 3. At the end of the phase 3, they will summon, the boss will summon 2 small wolf. It shouldn't be a big problem. So let's use Varna here. This should be enough debuff now. Okay, so let's increase physical damage or magical damage. Actually, let's increase magical damage this turn because we still have. Oh, but this increased magical damage is only for Rini. Yeah. But it can heal up all your allies, so that's pretty nice. So let's just do this here. Yeah, AoE buff is the best buff to take probably. Because as you can see, like my Rini take the buff, but she can only use the buff next turn. I think I just figured how this buff works. I have no idea how they worked before. Okay, so yeah, those two wolves like looks pretty easy to kill. And especially next turn, Varna can trigger this AoE buff and just kill those wolves. So let's start with Juggler again. And then use Rini to do debuffs. Because Rini's land skill can apply 3 debuffs. At 6 star it can be like even more debuffs. So we have 3 debuffs now. So let's just do Born. This will give boss enough debuffs. Actually not. Oh, because yeah, it's kind of because of similar debuffs. So let's throw a black hole. So let's save the boss for next turn. Because it is close, the boss is close to be killed. So let's just save one more turn. So next turn we can just deal a significant amount of damage. Yeah. Because after the boss is killed, he's stunned. We still need one more hit to stun him. So boss is stunned now. And that's going to be enough to get this buff here. So we can do lots of damage this turn. This should be enough to bring us A after this turn, but we will see. After getting this buff, even this wind pressure can deal like lots of damage, which is pretty nice. Okay, so we're at A now. So this turn, if we triggers the buff, then we will summon wolves, and we will need 6 debuff to trigger that buff. So it's going to be a little challenging. Yeah, let me think about how to deal with it. So it means that when we try to trigger that buff, we should be prepared to kill the wolves that it summoned. So if we don't want to summon the wolf, then we cannot trigger that buff. So yeah, let me think how should we deal with that. So maybe let's just start with Juggler. So this boss has infinity like infinite phase. It's just kill the boss until all your teammates are killed, right? And then you try to deal as much damage as possible. It's basically an endless mode. So if we are trying to summon wolves, which is we have a 1 AoE skill already, so that can be used. Yeah, so that Gozo has AoE scale, so maybe we can summon Wolf without any trouble. So let's try to attack with Rennie. Okay, so now we can trigger this buff. Let's get Gozo this buff so that he can attack with very strong AoE scale. Let's deal with some damage with Varna first. Yeah, it is the survival mode. And this Asian call has 5 balls in total. Yep. I don't know if the buff gets stronger, but the boss is getting stronger, that's for sure. And my friends say this is one of the easier boss. So Basil just with that buff should deal decent amount of AoE damage. Let's see if that's the case. Okay, yeah, that's a decent amount of damage. Killed both wolves in one turn, which is what we want. So and then let's just try to apply debuffs. So basically you want to have 6 debuff in phase 4, which is similar to phase 2, I believe. Rennie can apply some debuff as well. And then Horan can apply some debuffs. Okay, so this icon is triggered. So let me think. Let's get Varna here. Or let's get Lana here. Let's get Varna here. And after Varna take the buff. So if I get Varna here, this turn we will summon 2 wolves. And then I will not be able to take care of them this turn. So if I put Lana here, then Lana can do AoE next turn. But it's going to take 1 turn for Lana. She cannot deal damage this turn. Maybe Varna will take this buff next turn. Yeah. And then Lana take the buff this turn. Yeah, that sounds a better plan. And then Lana take the buff this turn, and then summon 2 wolves. This is a strong AoE. Hopefully they can survive. Okay. Yeah, that's just a very dangerous AoE. So start with Judder to apply debuffs. So Judder here is basically your healer, and then Varna to apply debuffs. It's actually a solo buff, as I was thinking about a team buff, but it looks like more like a solo buff. And you can see Lana just did some crazy damage here. And then Boron can try to attack. Yeah, Lana can do very good damage with that buff. I need to use this land scale to apply debuff now. This is not trying to make damage, but just try to get debuff so that Varna can then take the buff. and then summon wolves, but doesn't matter. And then do AoE damage here. And then stay here. And then we can apply a damage from wind pressure. Hopefully we don't kill the boss. Yes. The reason that I don't want to kill the boss is because his health point is getting low, so we can spam. Wow, he just eats. What did he do? He just eat one of the. He just eat one of the wolf there. So this increased his attack, but that's actually fun because he's going to be killed anyway. Yeah, like we can just use one AoE to finish him. Otherwise, it's going to be dangerous because he gets this extra attack buff. Yeah. That's increase in attack. But the good thing is because this turn he's going to be stunned anyway, so that doesn't matter, right? If he's not stunned this turn, that's going to be a trouble. So this turn we can do a normal attack. And then let's just try to basically get as much damage as possible. And then Foreign can also do some damage here. So we're already at 8+, so this is actually close to S. Hopefully we can get S. So now we enter another phase, and then the attack buff is gone. So that's pretty nice. So this phase again, we just need 4 debuffs. So this boss actually looks easier than the last boss, indeed. Yeah. So this boss, like you just play it with like extra caution, and you have Juggler here, and you have enough debuff. That shouldn't be too hard. And Lana just killed herself. Maybe I said that too early. So it looks like they really need to attack at full health points in order to survive this kind of thing. Yeah, they were getting stronger and stronger, so we need to make sure when they attack, they are at full health points. And then let's just use AoE here. This should be pretty decent damage. I don't know how much damage I need more to get ice. Hopefully we can still get ice. Yeah, see if I like full health points, we can still deal some decent amount of damage. And then without Lana getting killed. Okay, so Juggler can heal up. Hopefully we can deal enough damage this turn. Because the boss is indeed getting stronger and stronger, and yeah, it's just going to be harder and harder to kill him. So let's get some damage from Burn. So this one is triggered. Let's think about who should trigger that. So Lana is not at full health points. Yeah, this is not full health points, so we really need to be careful. Rini is at full health point. No, Rini is also not at full health point. So let's attack with Varna. Hopefully Varna cannot. Yeah, she can survive that. Okay, wind pressure. which is pretty decent. And then let's trigger this buff for Vazo first, so that we can make sure both Rini and Lana can survive after the attack. And then Lana can attack here. This is going to be hard. I think they may have a, like, the boss has a chance to kill Rini. Yeah, Rini is gone. So that's just yeah, it's just getting hard. I don't think I have any method to save Rini. So let's still try to get ice. We are close to ice now, though. This should be very close to ice level. Let's throw AoE from Basil. Wow, it's still not ice. It is still not ice. Oh, this is getting me nervous a little bit. Yeah, ice is the highest rank. But there is also a player rank, so like ice is only going to get me, let's say, around I would say like around rank like 300 in Chinese server. So in order to be the top player, you will be like you will need to deal much more damage. Yeah, because in Chinese server this is very competitive, basically. So here he summoned 2 wolves. So let's actually move out Traveler. So Varna can come here and attack. Yeah, and the boss is getting stronger and stronger as well. This wind pressure just deal a very high amount of damage. And then let's see if Basil can apply 1 debuff. Hopefully he can. No, this is not enough debuff. Basil just applied the same debuff, so that's not okay. So maybe we have to use Earthquake here. Yeah, Angelina is still pretty nice actually. Especially in season 2 of the Apex Arena, she's actually pretty decent. Yeah, she's definitely better than Cherry, especially in like this kind of challenge battles. She's definitely better choice. See if Boron can survive that. Yeah, he barely survived. Okay, so boss is stunned. That's pretty nice. Let's see if we can apply some damage this turn. Okay, so we already got S. Mission accomplished. Now our goal is just to get like as much damage as possible. So this boss looks like a lot easier than the other one. Like although I'm making a ton of mistake, but we still be able to get S level. So that's pretty nice. Those boss really takes very long time, as you can see. Yep, S. So let's just try to apply a little more damage. Yeah, the boss is already getting very hard to the point that we barely, yeah, that he can like his attack is very high and we can barely make any damage now. Like I'm even worried if my Lana attack she will kill herself. Okay. So that's still fun. So I need to stay here. So they have higher health point. Yeah. AoEs are actually working pretty well. The only problem with AoE attack is just that they have very long cooldown. Like you don't really have them available in every turn. Yeah, this is kind of GG for me now. I don't think I can maintain very longer, but I mean the goal is already achieved, so mission is already accomplished, so that's fine. Scroll down now. Can't really get enough debuff now. Oh, so actually, there's one thing we can do here. Yeah, so we can aim here. No, that is not going to apply the debuff. Yeah, it is kind of sad. So that's going to be the last turn for us to deal damage. But that is already enough. I'm pretty happy with that. Not going to survive that. This is a very strong AoE attack, so yeah, 2 of the characters are killed. Yeah, that's going to be the end of the game. Yeah, but that's okay. I mean, we already got ice, so that's mission accomplished. That's like the first time I ever play this mode, so that's pretty nice. This boss looks okay. Just make sure that you bring enough like AoE attackers, and then you just like make sure to apply enough debuffs and save your AoE skill, because your AoE skill will be needed when you try to fight with the wolf that's being summoned by this boss. Oh, actually, we are rank 72 now, so that's pretty nice. Because we started pretty early, these bots still have like these bots still have like a few days that you can try to challenge it. Yeah, these bots still have 5 days to challenge it, so maybe not people like are getting started, but that's pretty nice that we get S already. Yeah. So these boss basically, in order to finish these boss, I think there are a couple of characters you need to prepare. It really looks like Varna is a must-have. Like you need to have Varna in this boss, just because Varna can always help you get the buff, right? And everyone is using Varna. And yeah, besides Varna, I think Jadro is very important. Now that in global server, lots of us are doing Apex Arena, and Jadro is very important for PvP. So I know a lot of you guys have very good Jadro. So you need that Jadro here as well. And this Boron is kind of important because mostly because he can provide enough debuffs. And then Basil is definitely important because he's just the king of applying debuff. And then the other guy, actually, I'm not exactly sure how is Automotor used. Um, I don't really understand how Automotor is going to be very useful here. And then, but then, yeah, I can understand Rini is very useful. Yeah, I need to check with my friend and see why Automotor is important here. Faction buff is not needed in this boss battle. Like basically faction buff has no usage here. Yeah, but the other guy, I mean Lana is definitely going to be very useful as well. Just because Lana has like very strong AoE and she like her special gear always grant her like a free debuff. And then you can also try Yulia. Yulia is kind of a like a DPS because her I don't think she has tons of ability to apply debuff. Maybe with like some gears and some weapons she can apply debuff. Yeah, but you can see the team are very similar. It's mostly just changing like a few of the characters, but most of the characters are very consistent. The other character you can use is like this tail. This tail can apply some debuffs as well, and this tail can also provide some heal. And there is a Bailey here, which is not relevant for global servers, so we don't care. And yeah, basically mostly these characters. Yeah, so really the key characters are Jadler, Basil, Rini, and Varna. Other characters you can have some different selections, but I think Born is a very good selection. Yeah, so this is all about today's Asian Call battle. Thanks guys for joining. I will be posting this to my YouTube channel just for like a reference, like you guys can check later, like when this Asian Call is released. I think global server is like kind of rushing the schedule, so we may have Asian Call pretty soon, like maybe a little bit earlier. Maybe before the end of season 1 we can get Asian Call. I mean before the end of the playoff of season 1. So this can be relevant in like in evaluation period. Yeah, so thanks for joining guys, and I will see you guys later. Peace.